Have you ever felt like your name was being dragged through conversations you were never part of? Like people already made up their minds about you before even hearing your side? What if I told you that you don't actually have to fight every accusation to be set free from it? Welcome to Prayer Decode. This is a space where we don't just say prayers. We understand them, we live them, and we walk through real-life battles with God at the center. Today's prayer is not just about asking God for help. It's about learning how to step back and let Him defend you in ways you never could on your own. Have you ever been misunderstood? Like people are talking about you, judging you, maybe even accusing you, and you didn't even get a chance to explain. Yeah, that kind of pain hits differently. It's not just what they said, it's how it makes you feel inside. Today, I want to pray with you from a place that's real. Not perfect, not polished, but honest. Because there are moments in life when you don't need to defend yourself, you need God to defend you. Psalm 109 is not a soft prayer. It's raw, it's emotional. It's someone crying out to God saying, "Lord, they're lying about me, they're attacking me without cause, and if we're honest, we've all been there in some way. People misunderstanding your intentions, twisting your words, questioning your character. And here's the dangerous part. If you're not careful, you'll spend your energy trying to prove yourself to people, instead of trusting God to reveal the truth." I've learned something the hard way. Not every battle is yours to fight. Some battles are invitations to step back and let God step in. Because when you try to defend yourself in your own strength, you get frustrated, you get drained. You start over-explaining yourself to people who already decided not to understand you. And honestly, that's exhausting. But when you bring it to God, something shifts. You stop striving, and you start trusting. And according to what many prayer teachings emphasize, God's word carries power over negative speech and accusations, reminding us that harmful words don't have the final say over our lives. So, instead of reacting, you begin to pray. Right now, just take a breath, think about that situation. That person, those words, to push it away. Bring it to God. Father, you see what I don't say out loud. You know the truth, even when others don't. Lord, I'm tired of carrying this. The accusations, the misunderstandings, the silent battles no one sees. I give it to you not because I'm weak, but because I trust that you are just. God, defend my name, not so I can look good, but so your truth can be seen. If I've done wrong, correct me. But if I've been falsely accused, stand up for me, speak for me. In rooms I'm not in, turn things around in ways I can't. And Lord, guard my heart, because it's easy to become bitter. It's easy to want revenge, but I don't want that. I want peace. I want to walk free, without carrying anger. So today, Elisier, take a moment to say your own prayer, in your own words. Here's something most people don't realize. When God defends you, it doesn't always happen loudly. Sometimes He changes hearts quietly. He reveals truth over time. He removes people who were never meant to stay. And sometimes He simply gives you peace, even before anything changes. And that peace, that's how you know God is already working. Because real faith is not just saying, God will fix this. It's saying, even if I don't see it yet, I trust Him anyway. So here's the lesson I want you to carry with you today. You don't have to chase people to prove your worth. You don't have to fight every lie spoken about you. God sees, God knows, God defends. Your job is to stay aligned with Him, stay honest, stay faithful, stay grounded, and let God handle the rest. Because when God becomes your defender, you don't just win the battle, you walk away with peace. If this prayer spoke to you, take a moment today, and perfectly, just honestly. And if you're going through something like this, you're not alone. God is with you. Ivanides. And maybe this is the part we don't talk about enough. Even after you pray, even after you release it to God, the thoughts can still come back. You replay the conversation in your head. You imagine what you should have said. You feel that pull to go back and defend yourself one more time. That's the real test of faith, because trusting God once is easy. Trusting Him repeatedly, when your emotions keep rising back up, that's where spiritual maturity begins to grow. I've had moments where I said, God, I give this to you, and then 5 minutes later, I picked it right back up again. Not physically, but mentally, and I realized something. Here is not a decision. It's a daily, sometimes hourly choice. So when those thoughts come back, don't feel like you failed. Just gently bring it back to God again. Say, Lord, I already gave this to you, and I'm choosing to trust you again. That's how faith becomes real in everyday life. And here's something else that changed my perspective. Not every accusation is meant to destroy you. Sometimes God uses it to refine you. That part is hard to accept, because our first reaction is to defend, to protect our image, to make sure people see us the right way. But God is often more concerned with who we are becoming than how we are being perceived. So instead of asking, God, why are they saying this about me? Try asking, God, is there anything in me you want to shape through this? Not everything spoken against you is true, but sometimes there is a small piece that God can use to grow you stronger, wiser, more grounded. And when you allow that process to happen, something powerful takes place. You stop being easily shaken by people's opinions. You stop needing constant validation. You begin to live from a deeper place of identity, not based on what others say, but on what God has already spoken over you. There's a quiet confidence that starts to build, not pride, not arrogance, just peace. And people can feel that. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to prove it. It shows in how you respond, or sometimes how you choose not to respond at all. And let me say this clearly, because I know someone listening needs to hear it. Silence is not weakness. Walking away is not losing. Choosing peace over proving a point is not defeat. Sometimes, it is the strongest thing you can do. Because you are trusting that God sees everything, even what others ignore, and that He is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet understand. So instead of asking, when will this be fixed? Shift your focus slightly. Ask, God, who are you helping me become through this season? Because one day, you will look back at this exact situation, the accusations, the misunderstandings, the frustration, and you will realize something. It didn't break you. It built you. It deepened your faith. It taught you how to pray with sincerity, not just words. It taught you how to release control. And maybe most importantly, it taught you that God really is your defender, not just in theory, but in real life. So tonight, or this morning, whenever you're listening to this, carry this with you. You are not alone in what you're facing. You are not forgotten. And you are not defined by what people say about you. God has the final word. And when you truly believe that, something inside you settles. Not because everything is resolved yet, but because you know, in time, it will be. Stay in that place of trust. Stay in that quiet confidence. And let God continue to fight for you in ways only He can. As you go back into your day, carry this truth quietly in your heart. You are not responsible for controlling what people say about you, but you are responsible for where you place your trust, and today, you chose to place it in God. Let Him finish what He started. Let Him speak where you cannot. Let Him restore what feels misunderstood. If this message helped you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might be fighting silent battles too. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Prayer Decode so you don't miss the next time we come together like this. Until next time, stay grounded, stay honest, and keep trusting God, even when it's not easy.